Okay. Well, I've had a couple people contact me about editing the images for their instructor page. So I have logged into a different development shell, one that belongs to me, and I am not done anything with this particular instructor link. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the instructor button on the left, and that is going to take me to the page for this particular course. And you will see that in this course, I have not edited any of the instructor contact information. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to click on the downward chevrons and choose the word edit. And the very first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the boring stuff that's already in here. And we're going to create something that is much more exciting for our students to see. The first thing is if you're just wanting to attach an image, you can click on the little attach image icon, and then I'm going to browse my computer, and this is going to let you see into my personal picture library a little bit here. And I'm going to choose this picture that I used to announce the day I brought Krispy Kreme donuts for everybody at the Sellersburg office today, or on a Friday rather. And I'm going to edit it by saying I'm going to set the width at 250. This is just what I have learned sets us up to have a good sized image. And the alt text that I'm going to put on there is going to say Krispy Kreme truck. So I'm going to submit this, and here is my picture. And I'm going to go ahead and submit it because I like that. When I look at it, I said, okay, I think I want it just a little bit smaller. So if I click on it, I get the little dots around it that I can edit the size. And I just put my cursor down in that bottom right-hand corner, and I can push it inward. Or if I want it bigger, I can click on it again, get the dots, and make it bigger. Sometimes you might have to try it more than once to get it to work. Now, one of the things that the instructions had for us, I'm just going to click on this and get rid of it by deleting, is it suggests that we use the table setup to enter our instructor information. So I click on the table editor up in the menu of the editing section here. I'm going to say, okay, I only need one row, but I want 3 columns. Okay, and currently I have a border thickness of 1, and I'm going to do that so I can see what I'm doing. So I submit that. And I'm given this particular setup on my screen, and I'm going to put my picture in the middle. It doesn't matter where you put it, but just choose one of the cells to put your picture in and click in that cell, and then go back and click on the Attach Image section. And this time, I'm going to browse my computer for my blue Ninja Nurse. Sometimes I like my blue Ninja Nurse picture. It's my Facebook picture sometimes. And we're going to call it Blue Ninja Nurse. And I don't want it to launch in a new window, and I'm going to set the width to 250. And I'll submit that. And there she is. And I'm going to submit it again. Now, you'll notice that it went all the way over to the left. I want it in the center cell. It's in the center cell because you have, if you look to the right, you have this little bitty cell over here, and you have a little bitty cell over to the left. It's just the cell that you're working in right now is really big. I can choose to type next to my picture. Now, I don't really want that to the right of my picture. I want it underneath my picture. So if I move my cursor back to the beginning of Ninja Nurse and hit Enter, I can put that text right under my picture. If I want it centered, I just come up into the menu and choose Align Center, and that moves my words over. To get my picture over, I just click on the picture and go back to Align Center, and it will move as well. You may be wondering, what about the cells to the right or the left? As soon as you start typing in them, and I'm going to start typing in the one on the right, then they start to resize. Same thing on the left. I click inside the left one, I start to type, and now they have resized. The last thing that the handout in session 1 talked about was removing those cell borders. This requires that we look at the HTML. HTML is hypertext markup language, and this is the real language that these web pages speak. You have the ability to look at that. Up here in the menu bar, it says Toggle HTML Source Mode. We're going to click that little button, and now we have what the computer sees as far as what we are doing is concerned. And up here, table self-spacing equals 1, self-padding equals 1, border equals 0. And it should have said, okay, so that means that there's another one in there by accident, and we don't even see it because it's 0. And then I come down here, table self-spacing 1, self-padding 1, border equals 1. All right, and then I'm going to change that to 0. The reason that you don't see this other one is that I forgot to delete it when I was working in here a few minutes ago, and so you don't see it because it's 0 and it's empty. But this border equals 0 is what is going to take care of getting rid of that border for us. So back to this button, Toggle HTML Source Mode. Now I'm back to the view that we're used to seeing. Some people refer to this, it's called a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. And so now my borders are gone and everything's faced the way I want. And all I have to do is submit it. And now my instructor information shows the way I want it to. To see what my students see, where it says edit mode is on, I'm going to click that. It now says edit mode is off. This is now what my students see when they log into my instructor page.